Hello everyone, I'm the Composer, and today I'm going to show you an awesome new mod called Aperture Innovations, which adds the portal guns from Portal into Minecraft in a way that I have never seen before, and it is a seriously cool mod. Now, to craft the portal gun, what you're gonna need is one Eye of Ender, one Nether Star, a Netherite ingot, 2 iron ingots, and 2 amethyst shards. Now yes, this is a pretty expensive recipe for a single item, but keep in mind that this portal gun is really powerful and really useful. So when we head over to the crafting table, we're going to put the Eye of Ender in the top left slot, the netherite ingot in the bottom right slot, in the center the nether star, then on the top and the left slots of the nether star put 2 amethyst shards, and then where the netherite ingot is, to the left and top of that, place 2 iron ingots, and now you can craft your portal gun. Now, by default, this is going to shoot blue and orange portals like it does in the first and second Portal games, and this is actually Chell's portal gun, the name of the protagonist. So if I go ahead and I just shoot the portals, you can see they're blue and orange. And you can just walk through them like that, shoot them on any surface. One of the really awesome details about this mod is you don't actually have to shoot them directly onto blocks. So see the hitbox marker for these 2 blocks here, I can actually shoot in between the blocks. So it doesn't have to be perfectly on the grid. So in between these 4 blocks, I can shoot a portal, and this allows you to do some really cool things. Like, for example, if I take 4 stairs like this, now normally if I go ahead and I take a grass block and I try and place it in the center here, I can't, because Minecraft is a voxel-based game and there's sort of a grid. I can't just place a block in the center of these stairs, but with portals you actually can do that. So even though it's not perfectly on the grid, I can still place a portal and walk through it fine, and it still has a seamless transition and works perfectly. So first of all, with the portal gun, this is just a simple tutorial on how to use it if you're not familiar or you've forgotten from the games. If you left click, you can shoot the primary portal. In this case, that's going to be my blue portal. If I right click, it's going to shoot the secondary portal. That's going to be my orange portal. Now if I walk through, there's an incredible seamless transition, and if you look at the portals, they have this really cool, this is the actual texture of the end portal, so it looks really nice, and the transition is awesome. The portals also have this awesome animation, and also this mod is particularly good for performance. I know of other portal gun mods that use see-through portals and a mod called immersive portals, and those are cool, but they have drawbacks. Like, one of them was really laggy, and I have a pretty good computer, and it was also for a much older version of Minecraft, and the other one didn't have the level of customization that this mod has, which I'll get to in a bit, and it also didn't have very well animated portals. So this mod is very good if you're looking for a lightweight mod that can run on essentially any device, and it has some really cool features. If you click R, you can close all portals just like this with the gun you're holding, and because of the seamless transitions, if I put like a portal up here and then one below me, I'll get flung through the portal and I'll be able to launch myself just like this, and my momentum is carried perfectly through the portals. And I'm going to keep launching myself. I'm going to see if I can land in the water so that I don't take fall damage, but of course fall damage is a bit of an issue if you're launching yourself with portals, and luckily there's a solution to that. So now that you've made your portal gun and you understand how the machine actually works, now might be a good time to craft the long fall boots. And what these do is they essentially negate all fall damage. Yes, you heard me right, all fall damage. So no matter how far you fall, you take no fall damage, which is really awesome. These are actually a feature in the original Portal game, but to craft them, you're going to want to take netherite boots and put them in the bottom middle slot. Then you're going to want to take 2 black wool, put it on the sides of that, and then on top of the black wool, 2 blocks of iron, and on top of those, 2 iron ingots to craft the long fall boots. Now, of course, since you're crafting these with netherite boots, they are pretty expensive, but they also give the same amount of armor as netherite boots. And if I put them on, you'll be able to see they apply a little texture. They look really cool, actually. And if I go ahead and I use a portal gun to throw myself down, you'll see I take no fall damage. Which means that, and yes, this works in survival, I am in survival right now, no matter how far you fling yourself, you will take no fall damage. And when playing around with the portal gun, it's really fun just to fling yourself around and not have to worry about taking fall damage. Again, really, really awesome and neat feature. Now, while the default portal gun is already pretty awesome, this mod has so much room for customization. It's honestly so impressive. So if I go over here back to the crafting table, and I go to craft another portal gun, for example, just the default one, and instead this time I take blue dye and I put it in the top right slot and the bottom left slot, now I'm actually going to craft the Atlas variant of the portal gun. Now, Atlas, for those of you who don't know, is the blue robot from the co-op version of the Portal 2. So now my portal gun has two blue stripes on it, which look neat, and it shoots a light blue and a dark blue, maybe sort of purplish portal, which function the exact same as Chell's portal gun. And really, it's just a cosmetic difference, but it looks really cool, and it allows, like, not everyone to just have the exact same portal gun. If you're playing on a server, everyone can have their own separate portal guns, and the other crafting recipes are for Peabody's portal gun, which is the other robot in the co-op version, and also if you use lime dye instead of the orange dye that I just used, you can also get the portal gun from a mod known as Portal Reloaded. So if I go to shoot the Peabody gun, it has two orange stripes and it shoots a yellow and red portal. Again, these function exactly the same as the other guns. And then the fourth gun, which is the Portal Reloaded variant, actually shoots two green portals, which are supposed to, if I recall from the mod, be time portals. They don't actually time travel. They function the same as any other regular portals, but still, that's a really neat inclusion. I haven't seen any portal gun mod that actually has any reference to Portal Reloaded, for Minecraft at least, so that's really nice. Now, if none of those four options really interests you and you want to customize your portal gun even more, as I said, this mod is incredible for that. And so if I take my portal gun and I go back to the crafting table, all you need is a single slime ball and 4 of any color dye to craft by putting the slime ball in the center and surrounding it on all 4 sides with the dye, colorful gel. Now this can be used to dye your portal gun. Seriously. Now I'm gonna craft a bit more of these because it's better to have more of the colorful gel, but if I go ahead and I take the colorful gel now and I put it in the crafting grid with, say, some red dye, it gives me red colorful gel. I'm gonna do that with some of the other colors like yellow, green, and blue, and then I'm going to show you what you can do with the colorful dye. So I'll just take the default base portal gun and I'll put that in the center of the crafting grid, and then I'll take 1 red colorful gel, 1 yellow colorful gel, 1 green colorful gel, and 1 blue colorful gel, and I'll put them in the crafting grid just like this. Now, again, this is customization. You don't have to do it any way like I'm showing you, but this is to show you that since I have the red colored gel, that means the primary portal is going to be red. Since I have the yellow colored gel, the secondary portal is going to be yellow. And since I have the green and blue colorful gel, the stripe on the portal gun is going to be green and blue. So now when I actually take out the portal gun, you'll see it has that green and blue stripe on it, and now when I shoot the portals, they're going to be red and yellow. So really, there's a lot of customization you can do with this. For example, if I want a portal gun that has 2 yellow portals, I can just take 2 yellow colorful gel, and now the primary and secondary portals will both be yellow, and then I can take 2 green colorful gel, and now the stripes on the gun will be green. So now I have a portal gun that shoots both yellow portals and has 2 green stripes. So again, the first 2 dyes or colorful gels that you put in there will affect the color of the portals that you shoot, and then the second 2 dyes that you put in there will affect the stripes on the portal gun. So literally, you can have whatever type of portal gun that you want. Now, once you have a portal gun, of course, it's really cool. You can do a lot of things with it, but there's also a lot of cool blocks that the mod adds. So there's a bunch of different variations of the white sort of concrete panels. I think they're supposed to be made out of moon rock in the game, but I'll put the actual crafting recipes up on screen right now. But there's 3 different variants. These 2 connect and make one large panel. These are single block panels, and then these are kind of like the cut copper slabs in the sense that they have 4 little cuts to them. And then over here we have the metal blocks. Now these you can't place portals on, like in the game. This is a single large one, this is another cut variant, as I mentioned before, and this is the 2 block tall variant. And here are some of the crafting recipes for those. And also I'd like to point out that you can't actually place portals on blocks like obsidian. So that's another alternative if you're using that to make like a test chamber or something. Pretty neat. Now that I've covered some of the craftable features in this mod, I'll show you a couple of the funny little things you can do. There's a bunch of advancements with the mod, like for example, just crafting the portal gun gives you one, jumping 100 blocks, flying 800 blocks downwards, throwing the gun into water, lava, you get the gist, but there's also some secret advancements. I'm only going to show you one of the secret advancements, and I'll let you find the rest yourself, but this is one of my favorite things with the mod, because no other portal gun mod does this. If I go ahead and I set the time to night, if you haven't played Portal 2 yet, I wouldn't watch this little end of the video, because I'm actually going to spoil a little something about the end of the game, so go and play that first if you haven't already. But if you have, and you probably know it's coming, if I go ahead and I shoot a portal onto this wall, or I'll just put it on the floor here, and then I go ahead and I shoot a portal on the moon, I get sucked in and sent to space. Which is just so perfect. I love how this mod has that little reference, which just makes it feel so much better, and I'll eventually fall back down to the ground, and since I have my long fall boots, even though I just fell like, what, 1,000 blocks, I'm gonna be totally okay. But this mod is so cool, and I really hope that you give it a go, because it is really awesome.